At a certain point, you have to call stuff out. You can't sit back and watch it happen and say nothing. You have to speak up on what's wrong with what's happening in the NFL right now. Beyond the fact that the NFL is very hard to watch for me as a fan of football, I am not much of a fan right now of football because I find the sport to be not the most entertaining anymore. I was a football guy who grew up on people hitting, crackbacks, blindside blocks, uh, knockout blows, people allowed to play ball. That's what I grew up on. I grew up on thunder and destruction. I grew up on real man football. The football we watch today is really, really hard for me to stomach. It's not enjoyable. The product is not very good. And it's funny, this is across the board. And I hate to be the old Mr. Wilson curmudgeon on his front porch saying, get off my lawn. But I'm becoming that guy. I'm becoming that guy. Because when I watch football today, I am watching a product that is just honestly ungodly bad. It is not a good product to watch, and it lends to why waste my time? The playoffs start this weekend. Am I gonna watch? I don't even know. I'm sure I'll turn it on at some point. Do I really care though? Nah, not really. Dolphins aren't there. I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm cheering for the Detroit Lions. I hope to see a Detroit Lions Buffalo Bills Super Bowl, and whoever wins that game, I would be absolutely ecstatic for because both teams, both franchises have gone through so much. So yeah, if that was the Super Bowl that we got, I would be so happy. It would be the blue collar Super Bowl because that to me is what the Super Bowl should be. If I have to watch Patrick Mahomes play another Super Bowl, I'm going to cry, but it's probably going to happen because Josh Allen and Buffalo did not do their jobs to, get home field advantage. So I have a feeling that's going to obviously end up sending Kansas City back to the Super Bowl. But I'd love to see Detroit get in there, and I want to see Detroit. I would like to see Detroit win the whole damn thing. If Buffalo and Detroit get there, whoever wins wins. I love Dan Campbell. He is old school, and that's why I like Detroit. But what's happening with these owners and black coaches in the NFL is becoming horrendous. And let's talk about that. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, part of our Coming On the podcast, where we talk facts over feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showman. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please be sure to like, subscribe, follow, hit that bell, leave a comment. Greatly appreciate you jumping on. I hope you enjoy the content. And if you're new to and if you're back again for more, again, thank you so much for continuing to support this channel. I greatly appreciate y'all. Leave a comment. Those comments are so important to our success. NFL, the NFL has always been very, very unforgiving of black head coaches and general managers. And a tweet came across my screen, and I'm not a black man, so obviously I'm not paying as much attention to it as black people would be, black men particularly. But when I saw that Gerard Mayo got fired by the New England Patriots, I was utterly disgusted. I mean, I was utterly disgusted. To see a guy get a job, a guy who played for you, for your franchise, and you fire him after 1 year, his first year, because the team went 4-13, and you fire him. It doesn't sit well. In fact, it downright pisses me off. It downright pisses me off. But I'm going to play for you what Robert Kraft said to the media after firing Gerard Mayo. And this makes me even more upset when I listen to what he said. I do not care what he said. I'm gonna play it for you because this is some bull junk right here. Let me play it for you.
I'm going to be very brief here and say this whole situation is on me. I feel terrible for Gerard because I put him in an untenable situation. I know that he has all the tools as a head coach to be successful in this league. He just needed more time before taking the job. In the end, I'm a fan of this team first, and now I have to go out and find a coach who can get us back to the playoffs and hopefully championships. We're open for questions.
Who the hell cares? I don't have to hear another word from this guy, right? You heard what he had to say. He gave Gerard Mayo a job. Offered him a job, and then he did not give him a chance to be successful in said job. Understand that. What he just said was complete, utter bullshit. Complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. You put him in a bad position? No. You gave him an opportunity and then you took it from him without giving him an actual opportunity to be successful. There's not a person on the face of planet Earth who thought the New England Patriots would be a good team this season. Nobody. Nobody thought the Patriots would be good this year. In fact, they were the exact same team in terms of record as they were last season. The same damn record, 4-13. Is that the record you want to have as a coach? Obviously not. There's no person that feels worse about that than Gerard Mayo. But you fire him after 1 year? 1 year? That's what you give him is one season? For a team that's completely void of talent? I would ask people who are not from New England, not from Boston, not from the Northeast United States, do you know who Antonio Gibson is? How about Terrell Jennings? How about Ramondre Stevenson? Do you have any idea who those guys are? How about Javon Baker, Kayshon Boutte, Demario Douglas, Jalen Polk, Kendrick Bourne? Let's go Jaheim Bell, Hunter Henry, Jack Westover. That's on your offense. Let's talk about your quarterbacks. Drake May is a rookie. Joe Milton, a rookie. I mean, I don't know if Joe Milton's a rookie. I'm sorry. Drake May is a rookie. Joe Milton was his backup. Actually, Joe Milton was a rookie also. Both rookies. You got two rookie quarterbacks on your team. What the hell did you think was going to happen? What did you think was going to happen? They're both rookies. You got two rookie quarterbacks. Neither one's learning from the other. They both stunk this year. And what did you expect? What the hell did you expect? And you're sitting here telling people that you put him in a bad position. How about you how about you give him a chance to actually become successful? I mean, that is what you allowed Bill Belichick to do, isn't it? Isn't that what you allowed from Bill Belichick to be successful? I mean, let's be real. Let's take a look. Let's look at the Patriots. Let's take a look at the Patriots. Bill Belichick's last season, he was 4-13. Bill Belichick's season before 8-9. Year before 10-7. Before 7-9. After Brady left when they were 12-4, 7-9, 10-7, 8-9, 4-13. I mean, you gave him a lot of chances to suck. You gave him multiple years to suck. And if you want to go back to when Bill Belichick started with the Patriots, I mean, we can be real. Uh, who was the coach in? Oh shit! Look at that. Bill Belichick's first year, 5-11. 5-11. And this is, mind you, after he was at Cleveland, where he had a losing record. So you gave Bill Belichick a second year after a 5-11 season. And then obviously they had their success, but let's be real. Why was Bill Belichick so successful? Tom Brady. Tom Brady was the reason. We can all look back and understand that Tom Brady was the reason that the New England Patriots were great for 20 years. And then Bill Belichick said, I don't want you anymore. And what did Brady go and do? He went and won another Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. That's what he did. But you don't give him another year? I mean, is this what we're doing? And this is becoming what the par for the course amongst white NFL owners. The white dude gets a longer leash than the black guy. The white coach gets an extended opportunity. The black coach gets fired the second it fails. It's just what it is. They're getting fired the second there's a failure. Antonio Pierce, fired by the Raiders. Mind you, Antonio Pierce takes over as interim coach last year, goes 5-4. Motivator. I don't know how good of a coach he is. I'm not a Raiders fan. They go 4-13 this year. Obviously a rough season. Who the hell played quarterback for the Raiders? Let's go look. Let's go look at the Raiders depth chart this year. Who was on the Raiders? They weren't good. They don't have talent. Again, void of talent. They don't have talent. Aiden O'Connell, Desmond Ridder, Carter Bradley. Those are your three quarterbacks. Are you kidding? You cannot be serious. These are your quarterbacks? You expected to win with this? Running backs, Alexander Madison, Amir Abdullah, Dylan Love, Chris Collar. Receivers, Trey Tucker, Terrence Marshall, Jacoby Myers, Ramel Caton. Who? Tight end, Brock Bowers. He's their best player. He was by far their best player. He had 112 catches, over almost 1,200 yards, almost 11 yards per completion, 5 touchdowns. If they didn't have Brock Bowers, they might not have won a game. If it wasn't for Brock Bowers, nobody else in this team would have done shit. This is what you give a guy. I mean, this is your quarterback. This is what you got. And you're going to sit here and expect Antonio Pierce to win with this? With this? Sorry. Gardner Minshew was their starter. Then he got hurt. Yeah. Gardner Minshew? That's what you were relying on to win? You give the ball to Aiden O'Connell after that? Desmond Ridder? Your running backs are a bunch of nobodies. Your receivers outside of Brock Bowers are a bunch of nobody. Jacoby Myers had 1,000 yards. Congratulations. Like, this is garbage. Your leading rusher had 420 yards. And you thought Antonio Pierce could win with that? You thought he could win with that? At least last year, at least last year, the dude had, I'm pretty sure he had, I'm looking, let me look this crap again. At least last year, he had Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams on his team. At least he had that. He had Jimmy Garoppolo playing for part of the season. And he did have O'Connell as well. Bro, this is just bad. This is really bad. And you fire this guy. And then you look at the other guys historically who've been fired. I mean, you got Steve Wilkes, who went 3-13 in Arizona. I think it was in Arizona. And he goes 3-13 his first year. Mind you, after he took over for a team that was 5-12. And then the year after, they went 2-15. The year after he left, mind you, he took over. I'm sorry, and then he goes over to he goes 3-13, and then let me pull this up real fast. So he goes 3-13 the year, then he's fired in the year after they go 5-10-1. I mean, did they get better? No, they're the same shit. They got. I mean, a couple years later they were 11-6, but you don't give the, and now they're then went 4-13 again, 4-13 again, 8-9. I mean, you didn't give this man a chance. And then he goes over to Carolina, becomes an interim coach, takes over and goes 6-6, and they don't give him the job. They don't give him the job in Carolina. He takes over and then they don't give him the job after going 6-6. No opportunity. After they start off 1-4, he goes 6-6. And then the next year, what happens? They go 2-15. Frank Reich's hired. They go 1-10 with Frank Reich. Fire him, hire Chris Tabor as an interim. He goes 1-5. And this year they're 5-12. Why did Steve Wilkes get a chance to continue coaching this team in Carolina? These black coaches do not get an opportunity. Outside of Mike Tomlin, the NFL does not give these men a chance. If they lose their first year, they're gone. They don't get an opportunity to continue. Dave Culley, he went 4-13. He was replaced by Lovie Smith. So black coach replaced by black coach, fired in 1 year. Lovie Smith gets hired. He goes 4-12. And he gets fired in 1 year. Like, this is insane. This is nuts what's going on in the NFL now. I mean, it's been going on forever, but it's in your face now, like hard. I'm sorry. He went, let me correct. I got to correct myself here. He was 4-13. He took over a team that was 4-12. My bad. He took over a 4-12 team. They went 4-13 when he's there. They fire him, and then Lovie Smith goes 3-13-1. And then they fire Lovie Smith, and now they have D'Amico Ryans. At least Houston keeps hiring black coaches. But, man, they don't give these guys a chance to be successful. Ryans went 10-7. We all know why that was. He got a quarterback. And then you look at the situation that's going on right now in Tennessee. This is about the general manager right here. I mean, Rand Carthon gets hired 2 years ago, and you read the stuff that's being said, it is utterly ridiculous. It's ridiculous, people. If you read the comment from the owner telling us that this is the performance is unacceptable, but you kept the president of football operations, Chad Brinker. Why wasn't he fired too? They fired the previous general manager, John Robinson, in December of 2022, hired Rand Carthon, but you keep the coach. Brian Callahan gets kept. See that right there? There's the example right in your face. Brian Callahan, 40-year-old young white coach, goes 3-14 his first year. They're not firing him. He gets another chance. He gets a do-over. And I'm not saying he shouldn't get a do-over. People get hired, and he took over a team that was 6-11, so he got worse. But again, a team that's void of a lot of talent. Will Levis has been trash. And yeah, I guess you could blame Rand Carthon for that, as he's the one that drafted him. But you got to give people a chance. I understand this is a results-oriented business. I've been watching Chris Greer for the Miami Dolphins suck for a decade. And I know he is a black GM, and Mike McDaniel claims to be a black guy, but I don't think he really is. Claims that he is, but whatever. See, Chris Greer's gotten plenty of freaking opportunity to suck. He should be fired. But Rand Carthon gets fired after 2 years as a GM with a rookie quarterback? He's a rookie and he's in his second year. I mean, they're not good. I get it. When I look at this, it's like they're saying here, Carthon was hired. This is Bruce Nihill for the Titans president and CEO. It's frustrating reality for fans and Strunk alike. He said Carthon was hired for a specific role to work with an experienced head coach in Mike Vrabel, who was fired 2 days after the 2023 season ended with a 6-11 record. He fit that skill really, really well. And where we find ourselves today, we are looking for a GM that has a different experience and skill set. What? Carthon was then also given the title of executive vice president last year, helped with the search that hired Callahan, a first-time head coach and offensive play caller. He brings in Calvin Ridley, goes for 1,000 yards, brings in Tony Pollard, rushed for over 1,000 yards, trades for L'Jarius Sneed, who gets hurt. He has guys that came in, they got hurt. So a couple guys got hurt. Brinker comes in, and now he's the one that has day-to-day responsibility over. He's going to hire the GM, and he wants a scout and evaluator that helps sets draft boards for winning franchises, and that person will have day-to-day responsibility over the roster and coaching staff. But Brinker's going to be the one that has responsibility over the draft. You know, we need someone that understands not only how to identify talent, but really how to build a roster, the total big picture of how it all works together. Folks, they have the first pick in the draft. And now we're going to find out if they know what the hell they're doing or not. I mean, this shit is ridiculous. The owner says, I love the time. Amy Adams Strunk says, I love the time I spent with Rand. He's a talented football mind, a great man, a friend to everyone along his path. It's impossible to ignore that our football team hasn't improved over the past years. Yes, it hasn't improved because he's not a rookie quarterback and a rookie head coach. You got to give him an opportunity to grow. Like, you don't give him an opportunity to grow. I'm disappointed in our poor win-loss record during this period. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever, man. The treatment of black coaches and black executives in the NFL is ridiculous, bro. It is so in your damn face. It is embarrassing. It's disgraceful. I mean, but it is what it is. It's the white man, white woman club. I guess not white woman club too. But utterly ridiculous. Utterly fucking ridiculous what they're doing with these black coaches. The only guy that has any job security is Mike Tomlin. Everybody else, every other black coach, fired. You're fired. How many black coaches are left in the NFL? I have no idea. D'Amico Ryans, Mike Tomlin, 2. Mike McDaniel, I don't consider a black dude, but that's my opinion. I mean, he looks like a white guy, passes for a white dude, so he's a white dude to me. And you can say whatever you want. I don't care. Where are the other black coaches? They just fired 2 more. Robert Saleh gets fired during the regular season. You know, minority coach. Like it's out of control, folks. It's out of control. Can you imagine firing a GM who's coaching, who has a rookie head coach and a second-year quarterback? Coach have fired Gerard Mayo, who has 2 rookies at quarterback, and then say it's my fault. I put him in a bad position. How about you let him learn? How about you let him work through it? You think that you're going to turn the New England Patriots into a 14-3 team next year? You could hire God and it wouldn't happen. You could hire anyone and it wouldn't happen. Get out of here. These racist ass owners, man, who only see black guy gets fired immediately, white dude sticks around. It's ridiculous. And some people may not like my stance on this, but I'm sick and tired of watching it. Give people an opportunity to be successful. Let them build their own shit. It's amazing. College coaches get more rope than NFL coaches. And college coaches get paid more money than NFL coaches get paid. In a lot, most of them, the big time ones. I mean, how many years of Mario Cristobal sucking do I have to watch before he gets cut? But he has a long ass contract. He ain't going anywhere. NFL coach, 1 year, deuces. There's the door. It's ridiculous. And it's historically being done. Black coach gets 1 year, bad season, bye. Mind you, he's there because he's taking over a bad team. It's absolutely outrageous, and I'm disgusted by it. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Love to hear what you have to say about this. This is Rudy's Rant. We talk facts over feelings. Like, subscribe, follow. Hit that bell. Appreciate y'all, folks. Thank y'all. God bless. Come on now.